lot of us got our passion for cars at a very early age. Opening that cardboard box, carefully removing all the pieces, figuring out how they all fit together correctly, or maybe how they fit better incorrectly. Ultimately, we had a showpiece for our shelf. Often, that's as far as our experiences with vehicle customization went. But for others, like Nick Hummel, the big dog in the collision department at Matrix Trade Institute in Beachwood, Ohio, model cars were just the first step on the path to, away from, and finally back to the collision field he loves. Welcome back to Tomorrow's Technician and the 2023-2024 Instructor of the Year, presented by Blaster Corporation. Hi again, everyone. I'm Doug Kaufman with Tomorrow's Technician, and I have another great instructor to introduce to you today. After graduating from a 2-year high school vocational program with perfect attendance and at the top of his class, Nick started working at some of the top body shops in Northeast Ohio and built a great reputation. Feeling the call of the open road, he got his Class A CDL, but then realized truck driving was not the career he wanted. He returned to the collision field as an instructor, sharing his knowledge and skills. Let's hear Nick's story straight from him.
My uncle was a big part of it. I remember I wanted my first car and I wanted a Dodge Dakota. And my uncle had a buddy that had a Jeep Comanche that needed painted, and basically made a trade. The guy had a Dakota, wanted that Comanche painted it, got the Dakota, and that kind of like sparked the interest. So that whole summer after I got that, helped my uncle paint that thing and get it done, started buying like model cars and painting those and putting them together, learning what parts what were what, because in those model kits it really gets in detail. Like, this is an engine, this is a valve cover, this is a transmission, this is a control arm. But I really enjoyed like the paint and body side of things. So I had an opportunity to go to a vocational school, and I got into the collision program, and that's where things kind of turned away from the paint side, but learning more about the structure of the car, how the car was assembled and put together. And that really caught my interest, because I felt like, you know, the person who made it was an engineer, but it's easy for him to design the car. I was the guy fixing the wrecked engineering end of it, so I was re-engineering in my head. So I was in the trade for about 20 years in collision as a collision technician. I did some paint here and there for a couple different places, so I was well-rounded. I could do anything in the shop. I decided, someone told me, you know, once, well, I guess more or less, tiger can't change its stripes, right? So I was like, well, I'm gonna get into truck driving. So I went and got my CDL, and I was driving, and I didn't really like it. It was a lot of responsibility. And I was talking to my cousin, and he's like, you know, have you ever thought of teaching collision instead of going back into collision? And I was like, oh, that's an opportunity maybe. So I looked on Indeed, and I found the school that I'm working at now was looking for an instructor, and I reached out to them and told my experience, and they were interested, and I've been here ever since. I try to keep it on like their level, one-on-one with them, so they like see it like hands-on. I try to show them everything before I expect them to do it, so they have an understanding of it. And in my head, I'm trying to create, like the school did for me, I'm trying to create that entry-level technician. What would I need if I was a shop owner with an entry-level person coming in? What do I expect them to do? And that's kind of where I put my focus at, is what they're going to be when they get into the shop. If someone's like, hey, go get this tool, I want them to understand what that tool is and what it does. I feel that that's a big thing now, is we don't have as many technicians coming into the industry, and the ones that are in the industry that are young don't have the general knowledge as what I'm training that's going out there. I felt that the school that I went to did a great job with instructing, and I try to keep it along those lines. We're definitely in a smaller building than what I went to school at. We have smaller classes, but I feel that's more opportunity to be one-on-one with the instructor. I try not to spend a lot of time in the classroom, because I feel you can have a lot of information retention loss, spending too much time staring at the TV. So we get out here and do a lot of hands-on. I've always looked at this as, it's my reputation on the line, and I always push to be the best that I can be. and it's also Matrix's reputation online. So they're kind of carrying me, and I want to make sure that I'm doing the best I can to show that this is where I work and this is who I represent. I'd like to get into some larger classes. I'd like to create some more beginner level stuff in here. I'd really like to see another location open up. Overall, I'd like to bring some instructors in and train them how we're doing it and get them on board with what we're doing, because I feel that if you bring somebody that's got too much experience, they might have some bad habits that are going to be hard to break. So we're looking for somebody that, if we get those in here, we can train them quick and have them instructing the students and maybe oversee several locations in the end. I feel that knowledge in the trade is a definite thing that you need. Being able to communicate with the students, being on their level, understanding what they want. There's more than one way to teach, so knowing different ways to get through to somebody, I feel that's a very important thing too. I try to stay on the edge of what's coming out new, and Matrix has been great about providing means to get that training. I've been down, like I said, to Oklahoma, to Kiko. I've been to 3M World Headquarters for their instructor training up there. Last week I was supposed to go down to training for Exalta for their Chromax Pro class, but they've got it open to anything I need to build upon what we're doing. They're open to send me down to it, so that helps out a lot.
Nick's boss points out that while his creations and presentations are exciting, Nick's primary attention is to his students. Nick has a students come first attitude, and it's apparent every day. His encouragement to students has also helped create his awards, which he builds by hand. Some of his awards are the Golden Paint Can for the top sprayer and the Golden Hammer for the top body student. He also creates the Golden Wrench for students in Matrix's mechanical classes. Nick, on behalf of all of us at Babcock's Media, Tomorrow's Technician, and our friends at Blaster Corporation, congratulations. You're one of the 6 finalists for the National Instructor of the Year Award to be announced in May. For the past several years, we've been telling the stories of amazing automotive and technology instructors like Nick Hummel through our Instructor of the Year program. We've had some amazing candidates, and we're excited to showcase even more. But who's next? Look for several more profiles of deserving teachers over the next few months before we announce our grand prize winner in May. If you know a worthy candidate who deserves to be considered for recognition by Tomorrow's Technician and Blaster Corporation, tell us his or her story by visiting tomorrowstechnician.com, opening the contest tab, and filling out the simple Instructor of the Year form today. I can't wait to see what you and your students are building together. I'm Doug Kaufman. Thanks again for everything you do.